Hello everyone, welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie and this is the weekend energies for September 17th, 18th, and 19th. There's going to be a full moon on the 20th and it's a full moon in Pisces. So the message, especially for a full moon in Pisces, is about balancing spirituality and practicality. So like always, I'm going to start with Libra, work my way through to Pisces, and I'm going to timestamp everything in the description box below. So starting off with Libra. Libra, for the weekend of September 17th, 18th, and 19th. Libra. Oops. We have Temperance. We have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Devil. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles. We'll get a little bit more context. Seven of Pentacles is usually an energy of you having put in a lot of work, but it's not quite the right time to reap the benefits of that work. And let's pick from Dixit. And let's pick from this deck. Okay, so under the Seven of Pentacles, having to wait, it's not the right timing right now for reaping the benefits of what you've started. And we have Temperance right underneath that. And Temperance is, again, an energy of balance and probably the timing of things, right? Having to wait for the perfect timing. I think the universe is going to guide you in that perspective. It may not be the right timing at this time, but it's coming. Okay, they're there. They're supporting you. There's an element of duality, balance. Maybe there's more work to be done. And we have the Messenger here. So there's somebody's input that's needed. Somebody who's probably someone who's very loyal and a friend of yours. This also could be associated with a guardian angel, so it could be from spirit that you need this message to come through to you. But the message is about collaboration, obviously, so there's more work to be involved with collaborating with others. We have the Devil right there. And, for me, the Devil could be associated with a workaholic behavior. Maybe you have been doing a lot of work, but you need to maybe change that. We have this Stork underneath that. You need to let go. Maybe you need to delegate a little bit more. Delegate some of your responsibilities in order to, use everybody's skills and get to that timing sooner than later, because maybe you're depleting your energies. You're doing too much and you need to delegate some of that responsibility. So teamwork is there. And I really think that you need to delegate either that or your friend or the guidance or the help that's coming along is coming from a Capricorn. Okay, so here we see you walking from a period of maybe negativity or bad luck into a situation of better luck. Okay, so we have like the shadow side on one side and there's someone walking from the shadow into the light. So I think that's probably what you're going to have to do. You need to get out of the shadow energy with the Devil in order to go forward into the light. So there's some change that you need to do, most likely with your lack of ability to delegate or to use the resources around you. The card of miracles came up. So, anything is possible. A miracle will happen. But you still need to put in some work. All right, Libra? Enjoy your weekend and we'll see you next weekend. Take care. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekend energies of September 17th, 18th, and 19th. And we're going to start tarot. As you know, I shuffle the cards between the readings for the signs. I pause the video and I shuffle, so I don't spend all my time shuffling while recording. You've got the Sun, you've got the Hermit, and then you've got the Queen of Swords. Sorry. The bottom of the deck is the Hierophant, so you've got three major arcanas on the table as energy. So that's significant for you To me, the Hierophant in this deck is about ascending. And that's increasing your spirituality. I think there might have been a lack of spirituality in your life. There's more practicality, as the full moon in Pisces is suggesting, which is happening. I think I cut this. Yeah, I did. Which is, hold on. Let me start over. I cut, but I was supposed to take from the top. Maybe you've had more practicality in your life up to this point, and you need to reintroduce spirituality again, because that's what the full moon in Pisces is calling for, is to have balance between spirituality and practicality. So I think from that exercise of you ascending and thinking spiritually, maybe doing some yoga, meditation, you're going to find the answers. And you have the sun right underneath that. And the sun to me is about clarity, it's brightness, it's everything to do about beauty and energy in the world. You have the birds underneath that, which is talking about communications, verbal communications with others. So you're probably going to be having some kind of verbal communication that's coming in from someone. And I think it's someone who's going to ask for your help. Okay? Again, the practical side of things. Someone asking you for help. And bottom line is, you need to start taking care of yourself. It's asking you to do that inner work, because you've got the Hermit right after that. You have the guidance within you, the answers within you to be able to take action and maybe blow them off, because you've got the scythe right here. You're blowing them off, but positively, okay? You're not being rude about it. You've got the Queen of Swords right after. Again, in a very similar pose. Look at that. Both are meditating and sitting and looking in the future. This is you going within, but this is you now taking action on this. So you are going to cut them off, or cut their request off. And, probably it's either asking you for help, or it's asking you to partake into some kind of event. Maybe if it has to do with work, it's entertaining others, attending trade shows, doing some extra work. But this is about a gathering, events. If it's not to do with work, if it's a personal situation, well, you're actually going to tell them, listen, I need to spend time on myself. I can't help you this weekend. You've got the card of simplicity here, so keep things simple. The message can be very simple and not aggressive. And look, the feather is light, so keep it light. Keep it pure, I will say as well, because it's a white feather. Pure and light. Just tell them that you can't. You need to spend time on yourself. All right? Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed this. So we'll see you next weekend. Take care. Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekend energy, September 17th, 18th, and 19th. So we're going to start with tarot. And here we go. We have the Ace of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck is this Five of Swords. I like this deck because this deck is more of a positive deck. And, some of the messages, like the Five of Swords, it's not always very positive. But I really see this in this deck as a positive deck for that perspective. And I'll explain that in a minute. But basically, what seem to have been worries in the past are going to dissipate. Okay. This guy, you can see him in the forefront of the cards, got that crow quacking away at his ear. He's got his hand on his head. He's kind of concerned, worried, and all that. But you know what? That crow is flying away, and eventually this man is fully free from all of that tension and stress, mental anguish that he's had to put up with for whatever reason that is. And we'll get deeper into the reading in a minute. Just want to finish picking my cards up. So I sense that some truth is coming out, because the card that came out is truth. And the truth that's coming out is going to bring you some, possibly this is what you're doing, is the Ace of Cups is self-love. Truth just comes out, you decide to love yourself. And we have the stars underneath that, which is a dream of yours. Something that you've been wishing, get rid of all this mental anguish. So you're going to focus on yourself after this comes out, this information comes out, some truth comes out. And then you're going to refocus your attention, and it has to do with a partnership. So it could be a romantic thing, or it could be work related. Okay, so some kind of a contract or partnership. You're going to review it and take action on it in a different manner. And then you're going to go right out, and it's going to be more axed on what your needs are. I see this as you're beating to the rhythm of your own heart, because she's beating a drum. So this is more in tune with your energies and what your needs would be. And then you have the coffin, which is an ending. So, all in all, to me, the ending that occurs is based on this card here, which is all the mental anguish, but some work needs to be done before the ending can occur. This card here is about looking at things from a different perspective. This is kind of like my Hangman card in this deck. So you need to look at things from a different perspective. Typically, I'll show this again. The person is in the front, the shadow's in the back, but now the shadow's in the front and person's in the back. So typically, it's the inverse. So look at things from a different perspective after this truth comes out, and you'll be able to get the answers that you need in order to put an end to something, which is your worries and concerns. But ultimately, it's to focus on yourself. And, pertaining to that relationship or that situationship, you need to focus on yourself and not on their needs. All right? You enjoy, and we'll see you next weekend. Take care. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekend reading for September 17th, 18th, and 19th. So we're going to start with tarot. All right, so the first card is the Ten of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. Okay, from Dixit, we have the couple who's playing chess. Yeah, I'm going to pull all the cards because there could be multiple possibilities here with this weekend energy, but I really need to focus on the key message here because I don't have a whole lot of time. All right, first things first. Your energy of Five of Pentacles. You're feeling despair, or you're feeling left out in the cold, as typically we say. But what you don't know, what you can't see, is you have the answer to this, you have the solution to the question. You have the key right behind you, and there's a door there that could be unlocked with this key, but you can't see it because you're just stuck in your mind about the situation. And it most likely, it brings you so much worries and concerns. And, I think the new dawn is rising, okay? So you might have felt somewhat betrayed, but the new dawn is rising, and right underneath that, we have the sun. So sun is bringing clarity to you. And I think the clarity is needed because we also have this card here of openness with a full moon on it. So perhaps what I'm seeing from this is not so much that all of this is happening on the weekend. It's probably going to start happening with the full moon on the Monday, the 20th. But you've been feeling maybe left out in the cold, a little betrayed or somewhat betrayed. But you're going to get clarity of the situation. You're going to go within. You're going to really vibrate on a higher level and understand the situation. And this is needed for your health, okay? For you to feel better, to not feel so disappointed or despair. There might be some heartbreak with this situation where change is needed. We also have a relationship here, like two people. They're playing a game, so they're engaged in a situation. They're probably dating or something. There's a lot of butterflies on here, so there's transformation that's going to occur. And, you know, the light is shining down on the game. One is white, one is black, right? So I think that the snake in this case is shedding a skin. So maybe you need to split up, whatever the situation is. Someone needs to be open about this or open to receiving this information. I don't see people talking. The only interaction I see between two people is this card here. It could be this is the current state of affairs, but change is needed. So let me pick an outcome card just further to this. Okay, we have the Page of Wands. Yeah, someone is walking away. So, you know, the man is walking away from the woman in this card. So to me, you're going to be literally walking away. Shedding the skin is walking away. It's not right for you. All right, Capricorn. And remember, we have the message that says balance spirituality and practicality. You know, maybe it looks good, but it's not practical. And maybe you've been hoping and wishing, but it's not practical. The situation's not practical. Maybe there's nothing wrong with this person. It's just that it really is not practical. Okay? So I'm going to leave it at that, Capricorn, however this fits with this situation. But I think it could be a personal relationship. Okay? If it's not a dating scene, it's a personal situation that you are engaged with someone in this game or this path in life. And some change needs to happen. All right? And most likely walking away. Enjoy. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekend energies for September 17th, 18th, and 19th. So here we go for tarot for you. We have the Sun. Nice. The Nine of Cups. Great. Page of Wands. All of these have very positive energy behind them. The bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. Very good cards. I like that card, the one that I just put from Dixit. Okay, and lastly, from this deck, and I'm going to take this one here. So we have Wisdom. Okay, so Four of Wands is a card of celebration, but also stability, foundations. It's an element of you being happy and celebrating a good foundation. And I think if I look at this here, it's a foundation of what could have been a situation where, or relationship, or some work situation where they were not like the perfect couple to be together, or it's not the right fit as a position or as a employer or whatever it is, but you're making the best of it. And like it's a wolf and their little Red Riding Hood, and they're having a picnic, and the light is shining down on them. So to me, I think it's actually very positive. So we have the Coffin here right underneath the Sun, and but all the cards are positive. So really, to me, it's an ending to maybe some of these perceptions that were out there. And that's probably why you're celebrating, because this foundation, what was probably already called out as being unsuccessful, to be unsuccessful, is you're proving them wrong. So you're very, very proud of this, the Sun, the energy that is just, and they're both jumping. You're looking back into the past, but now looking towards the future. You're jumping with joy. And it's positive. So it's really the right thing. You're proving them that, whatever they thought was going to happen did not happen. Most likely you had to be very wise about this. You both had to collaborate together as people to show them that this is doable. Now I want to take your attention to the fact that both of these cards is pretty well someone jumping in the air with the same exuberance and elation, right? With the energy of happiness and contentment. So this complete outburst of positivity now lights up or sparks up a new passion in you to start something new and maybe go further down that path. Right underneath that, we have the man. And the man is also looking in the future. The man, it doesn't need to be a man. It could be a woman. It could be you. And I think that now you're seeing that there is a future. There is a future. After all of this negative talk or perception was there, you're celebrating, you're joyful, and now you can start planning. You have the book. And the book to me is, in this case, learning. You need to learn something or tackle down to learning something after you have this new passion in order to move ahead. I know it's kind of vague, it's kind of weird of a reading, Aquarius, but that's what I'm feeling from this today. So you being very wise, you're proving others that they were wrong, basically. That whatever you've done, and if it's not a relationship or a partnership, whatever you've done, you did it. Although it was failed or bound to fail, as they called it out, you're successful with it, okay? You're putting an end to that kind of negative thinking or perception. You're celebrating, and then you're moving ahead with it, and you're having to learn a little bit about this passion to move ahead. All right, we'll leave it at that, Aquarius. Take care and enjoy the weekend. Hey, Pisces, welcome to your weekend energies for September 17th, 18th, and 19th. So we're going to start off with tarot. I saw the bottom card, so I'm just going to shuffle this way. All right, so here we are for Pisces. We have the Knight of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Three of Cups. We have the Magician on the bottom of the deck, which is great. It's an energy of making things happen, manifesting things, using all the tools that you have at your availability to make things happen. The Woman came out. And let's cut the rest. We'll take two more cards. It's funny how a lot of the same cards have come out. Okay, so we have the card of Courage that came out. Courage is like the Strength card, so you need to have courage in order to confront what's going to be ahead, or in order to manifest. It's good to manifest, to wish for something and want something. But it takes effort as well to put it in action, right? You do have the Knight of Swords, which suggests that you're taking action. You're either communicating it or you're taking action, and quite swiftly. I would say that the woman here is you. It could be you as a woman or as a man. It doesn't matter. There's no gender to the card when it's general, but it definitely feels like it's you. You're really taking action on this at this time. And this is for your stability, because we have the Four of Wands, which is your foundation. Could be a card of celebration, but because we have the same message underneath with the anchor, to me is like this is something that you want for your actual stability and foundation. We have the Three of Cups here, and this is about collaboration again with friends, family, or partners. And you're probably, I see a lot of peaceful energy from this because of the lavender. But definitely there's, some people involved here. Collaboration is needed in order for you to jump on that path. And this is the path, meaning a choice is needed to be made about a situation. So yes, you want change, you're manifesting it, but you need to maybe perhaps take a different route. But just make sure that you do use all the resources around you that are willing to assist you in this process. Okay. In this card, we have sheep that are going into the factory to pump out clouds. And I don't really get a message from here, other than work is needed. But there's probably an element of timing on this card. On this card, the time is actually 2:50. So maybe 2:50 of the day, or it could be 250 if that number means anything to you, or 25, or yeah, I'll leave it at that, 2:50 in the afternoon or morning, or 2:50 as the number 250, or 25. And if we add them up, that's 7. So maybe that has that element of timing or element of a number that is important to you specifically. And because we have a path, let's just pick one more card about the path. Well, you've got the Emperor that wanted to come out. So the Emperor is about, we have also a big turtle, which to me speaks of wisdom. So you need to be in control. Maybe the path is towards an Aries, because this is associated with Aries. But it could very well be that the path is that you need to be in control. You want control in your life. You want to feel grounded again and in control. This is about stability and foundation we talked about. So whatever path you need to choose is one that is, you're firm, but you're in control. And then we have the 9 of Cups. It's going to bring you the happiness, contentment that you've been looking for. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave it at that. You enjoy, and we'll see you next weekend. Hello again, everyone. So we're at the part where we do pick a card. 3 cards are going to be pulled for questions that you may have requiring a yes or no answer. But before I get there, as a reminder, the special message for a full moon in Pisces, the message is balancing spirituality and practicality. All right, so here's my first question, second question, and third question. If you haven't formulated your questions yet, please pause and come back. So I'm going to turn now. Question number 1, the answer is, I would say yes and let go. Question number 3 is, yes, if you believe. Question number, did I say 3? Question number 2. Question number 3, the answer is yes and abundance. All right, my dears, you enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.